Hey Brandon, my name is Micah Collins, and in this video, I'm going to show you the three things. No. Hey Brandon, this is Micah Collins here, and in this video, I'm going to show you the three things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business every single month. Most likely you're sitting there asking yourself, why would I be doing this and what's in it for me? Well, the truth is that oftentimes in the world of the internet, most local business owners are simply too busy running their businesses to learn how the internet can benefit them and their company. And sometimes the only hesitation they have to hiring someone is they don't know who's an expert and who really isn't. And I've found that by giving people an easy free attack plan of actual things that they can do to impact their business for free, it has resulted in some of those business owners at the end still raising their hands and saying, you know what, Micah, I like you. Why don't you do this for me? So if by the end of this video you've liked what you've seen and you can see that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve, just give me a quick call at 918-260-1694 and we can chat. Or if by the end of this video you want to simply take these three things and do them yourself, man, I'm totally cool with that. You go that way. All right, Brandon. So now let me show you the three things that will set your company above your competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. The first thing I want to go over is your content. What is content, you might be asking? Well, it is everything you see highlighted here and actually your pictures and what your pictures are saved as. If we go over here and we right click, we can click save image as, and Google sees that too. This is how Google knows who you are and what you do, right? So if we look up here, the first thing they see is most trusted Broken Arrow plumber. But everything you see down here is speaking of Tulsa plumber, top rated Tulsa plumber, and different keywords that are just targeted towards Tulsa down here. If we look down here was plumbers Tulsa. That is another keyword that they're finding on your website, which is great to have all those keywords towards Tulsa, but the whole deal is your homepage is targeting two different locations at once. Ideally, you would want your homepage just targeting one location, right? Just to target Broken Arrow Plumber or just target Tulsa Plumber, right? Obviously, Tulsa is more competitive and has more search volume, so you might consider switching it over to just Tulsa on your homepage and then going over here on your service page, really building out this Broken Arrow Plumbers service page, right? All right, if we hop over to Williams Plumbing and Drain, they're your number one competitor in Tulsa, and they're getting most of the plumbing calls there in the Tulsa area from online. And if we look at here on their homepage, they're just targeting Tulsa plumbers, right? And it's all the way through. I mean, they have some references to Broken Arrow, but throughout their content, they're all mainly targeting Tulsa plumbing, plumbers in Tulsa, right? And then they have one dedicated page going to Broken Arrow. This allows them to dominate in both positions pretty regularly. All right, let's hop over to this tool we use called Ahrefs. It runs at about a couple hundred to $300 every single month. I'm not sure of the exact number, but you can go get that yourself if you would like. If we look over here, just pop in Williams Plumbing. It allows me to look behind their website, not just on top of it. So here we can see their organic traffic, which is people on their website. They're getting 1.9 thousand every single month going on. You can imagine how many calls that translates to every single month just calling them from online. Let's hop into the organic keywords and see where those people are coming from. We can see they're coming from these words called plumbers Tulsa, right? It's as a 700 volume every single month that people are searching it, and it gives them 182 people getting on their website because they are on the second position. We look at Tulsa Plumber, it's a 350. They're also on the second position. Tulsa Plumbers, 400, and it's giving them 123, and they are on the second position. If we hop over to you all and plug in y'all's website, we can see that you're getting 501 people on your website every month. And if we click on your keywords right here, we can see that you are getting found for some of the same words, but you're down quite a bit further, some of them even on the second page, because we know that people do not look on the second page very often. That is why for Plumbers Tulsa, you're only getting 30 when if they're getting over 100 people every single month to their website. All right, and this is whenever we plug in the Tulsa plumber keyword, which is the most searched keyword. I think it was about 700 times every single month. And we scroll down, the first thing we see is the ads section. Ads can be good, but the deal is that a lot of times they can be a money pit if your website is not optimized to take those people that get on the ads and convert them to high paying customers, right? So usually only about statistically 10 to 20% go for the ads section. All right, so if we scroll down here to the next place we come to is the map pack. And we can see right here, you're on the second position. That's a paid one on the top, but you are on the second position for almost every single search term in the Tulsa area. And who is on top? The one on top is Williams Plumbing and Drain. You can see this magnified right here where their traffic is again 1.9 thousand every single month. You can imagine how many calls that is coming in every single month. So the idea would be to beat their citations. You might be asking, what is a citation and why does it matter in this context? Well, a citation is this name right here, their name, their address, and the phone number listed across all kinds of directories across Google, okay? And you want your name, address, and phone number across every single one of these directories, every single one that Williams Plumbing has, and more. Is these directories right here, like Bing, Yelp, BBB. I'm sure you've heard of those main ones, but there's also Merchant Circle, Switchboard, Yellow Book, Matchpoint, Hot Frog, and the list just goes on. Hundreds of them are out there on the internet just for you to go grab and beat your competitor. You might be asking, why does this matter? Well, Google looks all across the internet to see your name, your address, and your phone number to see if they're consistent. Why? Because they put trust in people that are consistent all across the internet. If they can find you in 300 different places listed exactly the same, they're going to push your authority up and push you above Williams Plumbing, right? So what you would want to do is get every single citation or directory that Williams Plumbing and Drain Service has, get them for yourself and get more of them so you can beat them out by a landslide, right? On every single search term so that no matter if somebody's looking up Tulsa plumbers, plumbers Tulsa, plumbers in Tulsa, tankless water heater installation, anything like that. You want to be on the top in the Tulsa area so that you're getting all those leads that right? Again, that 1.9 thousand. All right, and if we scroll down here to the organic place, this brings me to the third thing I wanted to speak with you about, and that is what we call backlinks. Now you might be asking, why does backlinks matter in this context? Well, a lot of people, they again skip the ads, and you might be surprised, but there's a decent amount of people that also skip the map pack. Not all of them, but a good 30-40% skip the map pack also and come down here and click one of the first 2 or 3 positions right here on the organic. You are showing up on the first page of most of these, sometimes the second page, but towards the bottom, and not very many people scroll to the bottom, and that's why you're only getting 30 while Williams is getting 100 on this one search term alone. Now you might be asking, what does a backlink have to do with any of this? Well, a backlink I want you to think of as a vote, right? So you have Google has all these websites it looks at, right? And it can check every single link to where it's going. So it's checking these links, and if you have a link on their website, it looks like they're voting in your favor, right? And if you have like 100 links, then it's like 100 different votes towards your favor, right? So Google looks at every single one of these. Let's see. Williams Plumbing is at 376 backlinks. Right now, you're at 349, which you may think is really close, right? But it's not just how many backlinks, it's the quality of them. And that is where we see the gap. Okay. That is why they're beating you so much in every single search term. You might be wondering, well, how do you fix this? Well, I like to do a really simple way. There's a lot of ways people go about it, but I just like to go in here to this backlinks and I can look at exactly what they have. And you can do this too. Just go right down here, click over here, and this is where they have a backlink. You can go over this and see that right there is their backlink. It goes right back to their website. That is pushing power like a vote to their website. You can get this for yourself right over here in the corner, get listed, and enter your business information and get that backlink for yourself. And you don't want to just stop there. You want to do that for every single one that they have, and even more than what they have, just to beat them out by a landslide, all in the Tulsa area. Here, and end like this. Oh yeah, where's the close? All right. Uh, So hopefully you can see by now that getting you to the top is not magic, it's just a method, and I've shown you that method today. So once again, we went over number one is content, and you want to have clear, definitive content of which location you're mainly targeting. Whether it's Tulsa or Broken Arrow, you choose which one and go with that, and then focus on the back page for the other place. Like for instance, if you target Tulsa on the homepage, you want to target Broken Arrow on the back page, right? Number two was citations, and you want to have 200 to 300 of those local directories just to beat out all the competition by a landslide in all of the Tulsa plumbing industry, right? Number three was backlinks, and you want more of those strong, relevant websites pushing to your website more than Williams Plumbing has, right? And if you implement these strategies today, you can 100% be number one across Google, hands down. So I bet you're wondering, what now? Well, you can either take this information I've provided you today and do this on your own, and I'm completely cool with that. If you want to get the right keywords on your homepage, if you want to get the backlinks, get the citations, go ahead and do it. However, if you want the most effective route and you want to save yourself time, you can just give me a call at 918-260-1694. Again, my name is Micah Collins, and that's 918-260-1694. I look forward to hearing from you. Hope you have a good one.